Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Patriots versus the Loyalists debate. First, we're going to begin with the introductions of our historical figures.
Benjamin Franklin was a writer, printer, scientist, inventor, and representative in the government. He invented electricity. He helped establish a library, hospital, and college. Benjamin did not want independence right away. He wanted Britain to stop making unfair laws. But when that didn't happen, he sided with the Patriots.
Okay, the next historical figure.
Okay. Mercy Otis Warren was a writer from Massachusetts. Her husband's name was James, and she had 5 kids. Her favorite color was blue, and she enjoyed wearing dresses and bonnets with lace trim. As a kid, she liked reading, writing, and discussing politics. She also wrote plays, books, and poems.
Great. Next one.
This is Samuel Adams, and he was a politician as a patriot. He organized the Sons of Liberty and led the Boston Tea Party to protest unfair British taxes. He said that the colonists should be allowed to elect their own governors and have the powers to change unfair laws. He wore a military hat and coat.
Yeah, good. Bless you, Jonathan.
Jonathan was legendary. He dressed plainly and was full.
Okay, next one.
Welcome. I would like to introduce the Royal Governor of Massachusetts, Thomas Hutchinson, a loyalist governor who enforced British laws and also hated patriots from around his home after they read his letters. He felt that the colonies could not govern themselves because the king was wiser and more experienced. Also, he felt that Britain protected colonies from other countries. Therefore, we shouldn't fight with Britain.
Last but not least.
Hello, this is Lord Dumbledore, John Moon, from Virginia. He's actually the governor of Virginia. The royal governor of Virginia. So anyway, as all loyalists believe, that disobeying the king is disobeying God. Also, the colonists are being traitors.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to turn to our our historical figures, and we're going to ask you guys a question. The question of today's debate: should the American colonies declare independence from Britain? Mr. Benjamin Franklin, would you like to respond to that?
Yes. The colonists should have independence from Britain. Britain would continue to make unfair laws, and the colonists should no longer trust England. The colonists have the ability to govern themselves, and just because we were not that wise doesn't mean we cannot do it.
Thank you. Miss Mercy Otis Warren, what do you think about declaring independence from Britain?
I think we should, because Britain would probably have more independence. That way to understand our daily lives and needs, and jobs don't really pay all the things that they make us buy. So.
Thank you. Mr. Adams, what do you believe about declaring independence from Britain?
Well, I believe that the laws are completely unfair. Also, I think that we should have independence because our rulers are their law. And the colonies should be able to elect their own government.
Okay, thank you. Jonathan, what do you feel about declaring independence from Britain?
Mr. Brochure, that is you.
Excuse me, I apologize, sir.
Okay. I think that, we should not be independent from Britain because disobeying the king is disobeying God, and it could lead into a big war, which would kill a lot of colonists.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hutchinson, what do you believe about declaring independence from Britain?
I think that Britain protected the colonies, and that the colonists could not govern themselves, and the king knew was best because he was wise and more experienced.
Okay, thank you. And Lord Dunmore.
No, because disobeying the king is disobeying God. The king knows best for the colonists. Also, the colonists have a duty to obey the British laws.
Now we're on to our question and answer period. Starting off with Mr. Casey.
Jonathan Boucher, why do you think that colonies' independence is bad?
Because the colonies' independence is bad because the British laws are safer for most colonies.
Okay.
And they govern themselves. They will not see what is not safe.
Okay.
Harshly.
All right, the next question.
Thomas Hutchinson, why are you a bitter enemy of the Patriots?
They robbed my home and read my letters.
Okay. Next question.
Lord Dunmore, why did you break in the colonists' homes and plantations?
Because the colonists were not following British laws, and disobeying the king is disobeying God.
Why?
Okay, next question.
Benjamin Franklin, why do you think that the colonists have the power to govern themselves if they have shown irresponsibility through harsh protesting?
We have only shown irresponsibility because of these such unfair laws. And I think we have the power to govern ourselves because we are people just as the king is. And any person can govern themselves.
Okay, next question.
Mercy Otis Warren, why did you think the British laws were getting too harsh for the colonists?
Well, because some of the laws, like the one where we can only buy the British tea, the tea, I don't know what it is. But we can't really buy that because all the jobs that Britain and the colonies offer don't give us enough money to do this. So it's very harsh to not let us do the only thing you offer we can't even afford because of the jobs.
Samuel Adams, why did you believe British were terrorists?
Because they made unfair laws and the rulers were terrible.